Hey y'all, hey, this is your girl Trina with Chat with Trina, still celebrating my birthday with Trina's favorite people. Today I have two awesome young female entrepreneurs, Miss Teriyen Martin and Jasmine Tia. Take a look, they have so much to offer and they're just awesome bosses is what they are. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Chat with Trina. This is one of my episodes of Trina's favorite people with two awesome young ladies, Miss Jasmine Tia. Did I say that right?
Yes.
And then Miss Teriyen Martin. Hey there,
Hi.
hey. So I'm so excited that they decided to join an old lady for her birthday and talk about their business. They're my inspiration. So we're gonna start with you, Teriyen. What is your full name? Which I said already, but go ahead.
Okay, so my name is Teriyen Martin. I just turned 23 in July, and I graduated from Westfield in Winchie in 2015.
Okay. I used to be a recruiter for Winchy. And Miss Jasmine.
So my name is Jasmine Tia, and I am 23, almost 24 in September, and I actually graduated from Westfield also, but in 2014.
Okay. Oh, so you okay? I knew that you and my daughter graduated the same year. That's right. I have a Jasmine too. I have a Jasmine and a
I
Kayla.
remember
So,
that. I remember that.
hmm And me and your mom talked on our interview, and we both said we have two spicy Jasmines. We raised y'all to be. We hear more than what we.
I see. Maybe just outspoken a little
There
bit.
you go. But then they'll be like, "Well, where do you think they got it from?" So, are you both native Houstonians?
Yes.
I am not.
And you were from Jasmine?
I'm originally from New Orleans, but I was raised in Houston. So
Okay.
I both.
When did you move to Houston?
I moved to Houston when I was a little girl, like either 4 or 5. So I claim Houston, but I'm originally
Yeah,
from.
claim Houston, girl.
Oh, I do. I claim both though. I claim
Okay.
both.
You claim both. Did either of you attend college?
I
So
did.
I'm
I'm sorry.
still in school.
I'm sorry.
I'm still in school.
Okay, where are you at?
So I went to cosmetology school, and then once I finish, I'm gonna go to TSU now.
Okay. What are you going to major in?
Business management.
Okay. And that'll go along with what you're trying to do with your business.
Yes, ma'am.
And Miss Jasmine?
So I started off going to the University of North Texas straight out of high school, and I realized like that's not for me. I do not like the traditional learning system. If I don't need to know it, I don't care to learn it.
Right.
So I left after 2 years, then went straight to esthetician school. So I am an esthetician. And then after that, I went to laser hair removal school. So I'm a laser hair removal technician as well.
What is that?
Laser hair removal.
Oh, okay. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
So I'm that as well. So that's basically what my education is. But I'm also enrolled in a holistic health college now to
Oh, wow.
support my business Juice with Us.
Wow. Okay. That's
We're
interesting.
both beauty there, but we
There
are
you
different.
go, girl. That's what I'm talking. That's why I need y'all.
Very different.
Yes, we are very different, but we're both
Very
under the same umbrella of beauty.
different. Mhm.
And teamed you guys up, I knew you had a lot in common, but I didn't think about it that way. So see there, that's why I have y'all to think for me. Um, so Teriyen, tell me, when did you start your business?
So I've actually started my business about 2 years ago, and then I kind of partnered with my best friend to rebrand myself, and it has just been so much better. And so we started July 1st.
Okay.
And so we've been open for a month and a half, and it's just been wonderful. But I've been doing like lash extensions and hair for almost about 2 years now.
Because I remember you were doing the wigs, or do you still kind of
Yes,
dabble with that?
yes.
Okay.
But we're
Okay.
trying to bring it back on more so next year.
Okay. So
Yeah.
you think about kind of starting small and building up versus doing everything at one time. Yeah, it
Mm-hmm.
makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay,
Because when I was
Jasmine.
doing
I'm
everything
sorry.
at one time, it wasn't working too well.
Yeah, because you got to take your
Yeah.
time to get everything perfect. I do.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all not gonna remember that movie. I'm not gonna even start there. I
We
have to remember-
surprise you.
what?
We might surprise you.
Colors.
Oh,
So Jasmine, talk to me about your about because you started out being an esthetician, but are you still going to be doing that together as well?
not really. I don't really practice my aesthetics anymore. Only whenever a client who won't go to no one else just must need me, and I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
okay, I can come out of retirement because we actually have another thing in common. I'm also an eyelash extension specialist and also a trainer of eyelash extensions. Yeah, so we
Wow.
have that in common.
Okay.
But no, I don't really practice my aesthetics no more. It was a way for me to help people, and because I didn't like traditional school, I'm like, okay, how can I make money to help people to still get that same fulfillment out of my work? And I was like, okay, aesthetics, cool. Well, I had got sick to where I couldn't do my aesthetics. My body was in full body pain, so where I just could not work with my body or hands anymore. And so it kind of pushed me into a different field, which is JW Holistic Healing, which is basically helping women get out of chronic pain naturally. Yes, and I've
Okay.
been doing that for um, probably about 6 months
That's what I
now.
was thinking.
Yeah,
What
somewhere
did?
around that. I'm not so sure 100%, but
Yeah.
that one has been 6 months. But I also have multiple businesses. So my JWU Holistic Healing, that one's been around 6 months. My Lori J business, which is my beauty brand, that one's been about 3 years. I actually have a dance business as well. Me and my mom are co-partners, co-instructors with our own dance, thing for swing dancing, lady styling. Been doing that. Well, she's been doing it way longer than me. I'm just now kind of getting on the train. That's why I'm starting off as co-instructor, getting on
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
that. So that one's been, well, was right before COVID when I actually put on my teaching shoes.
I
And then
remember
COVID
that.
happened because, can't do too much of it now. And then I have another business, which is my jewelry making collection under my Lori J brand. And I've been doing that one since the end of last year. I've actually been doing it to where I've actually selling it. At first, I was kind of doing it for me.
Okay. Okay. So both of you tell me what is I gotta remember. It's just like my kids. I'm calling Jasmine, Kayla, Kayla, Jasmine. Teriyen, tell me what made you realize that this was the thing for you. The esthetician was yours versus doing all the different things you were doing. What made you finally say, "Hey, let me concentrate on focus on this"?
Well, as soon as I graduated, I went to Lamar for 2 years
That's
and I
right.
was studying speech pathology. And I was already getting into the wigs and trying to sell them for people around campus and stuff. And then it just hit me like I really don't want to do speech. Like it wasn't intriguing to me.
Mm-hmm.
I was just watching a lot of YouTube videos of all these girls making money from doing hair. And I was like, that's where I need to be. And
Yeah.
so after those 2 years, I just went to cosmetology school.
And did your mom support to support that? Was she a big support?
She
Both
did,
of you
but
when it
one
came
thing
to
she told me is that I need to go back to school. So
eventually.
I
Jasmine,
am
did your
back
mom
in
support your
school.
decision in leaving school?
Oh yeah. After that second year, I came home crying because I was like, I hate this. I hate it. It's too much stress. I don't want to be there. Like I don't
Yeah.
like traditional school. And she was just like, okay. And my mom, like, she is degreed up, okay? Like
Yeah, I know.
got all the acknowledgments that you could have basically.
Yeah.
And so I was like, how am I gonna tell her this? How am I gonna tell her this? But I was just like, look, it ain't for me. I bust out crying. She was like, it's okay, it's okay. As long
Yeah.
as you find something that you like that you can make a living off of, be good. And I
Yeah.
said, oh, that's it. So
You had
yeah,
stressed yourself all out for
I
anything.
stressed myself out because I thought she was going to be, since she is very highly educated, I was like, man, I
Yeah.
got to follow in her footsteps. I got to be educated. I got to be this. I got to have this degree. And it was like, no, whatever makes you happy that you can support yourself on, I'm happy.
Mhm.
So she was
You
like, well,
know,
let's do what you want to do. And we
as
did.
a recruiter at Lone Star, my job was to work at Lone Star for 19 years. So my job was to go out to schools, tell students about going to college, getting an education. But the one thing that I did do, because I'm a realist,
college is not for everybody. And also, college is not for everybody at that time. It's us as parents that are saying that it's our egos to a certain extent. Yes, we want y'all to do good. Yes, we want you to progress. We'd love for you to have degrees. But I was one that would talk to students and let's just say I was supposed to send you to community college. I would talk to you. And if you had 6 sisters at the house with 17 babies, I was telling you, you didn't need to come to Lone Star. You need to go away to school so you can get away and focus because you couldn't focus babysitting. Or vice versa, if you were someone that, just college just, I could see it in you. I could hear it in your voice that was not, I would tell them, let's find something that you can.
My predominant business is JWU.
Okay.
And I realized that was my baby when, well, it's a long backstory with that.
Yeah.
But basically, I was diagnosed with 4 autoimmune diseases and basically took away my life, had to become totally dependent on others again, literally had to become a child in my early 20s all over again. And once I overcame that, once I found the things that I need to do to overcome that naturally, because I don't like pills, I don't like none of that stuff. I'm a very natural person. So once I found, what I can do to get over that, I was like, man, other people need to know this. There's so many people like me that is in chronic pain, who don't know what to do, who wants to give up, but they can't give up, or they trying not to give up. And it's like, there is so many people who could benefit from the knowledge that I learned on healing myself, that I need to share this knowledge with people like that, because everybody don't just have the money to go to 50 million doctor's appointments to figure out what's wrong with you or let the doctors guess on you, don't have the time, patience, nor money to have the doctors play pure roulette on you.
Yeah.
Well, what I do, it's a proven system. I'm literally proven from what I teach in my program and what my program is. I'm a proven fact. And it's like, when they see that, it's like, oh, okay, that's amazing. It's like, man, I really have the power to change people's lives. I have the power to give them their life back, because my life was taken away. And I was like, I want to be that for somebody so they can be happy and they can be them again. And I just love helping people. I love making people the best versions of themselves. And what best thing you can do besides giving them their power in their life and having them take control of their own health? That's how I knew this was just my business. I'm like,
and then it's more so with the lash extensions that I feel like I love the reaction, like when they get up and just see their lashes. And then also with me doing hair too, it's the same thing. Like I just feel like you should not always have your hair done, but it's just the feeling that we get.
Yes,
I love it.
I used to feel that same way when it comes to, I know exactly what she's talking about, because that reaction, when them clients looking at mirror, they like, oh, she back. Oh, this, that. It's like, go girl.
Yeah. And when you're not feeling good and you get fixed up, that that does something for me. When COVID came, everybody started, well, I haven't had nails since COVID, but I'm going back soon. But someone asked me about buying the little kits they have for the nails. And what I said to them was, because when I was very young and I didn't have a lot of money, I had kids. So I had to get their stuff done. So I couldn't get my own stuff done. But that was something I said I'd always do. My hair gonna always be done because I go to work every day. And my nails, and I'm gonna be together because I go to work. And so, but that makes me feel good when I don't get that hair done. You know how you feel when that hair something ain't right. You're just not right. So I like that. You guys are my beautician. I tell her she a miracle worker. She likes Pepsi. Every time I walk in the door, I got her a Pepsi, because as long as she take care of me, I'm gonna take care of her. Entrepreneurship is not easy. And I know that y'all know that. There are some ups, downs. The interview I had yesterday, we talked about being in the valley and then the peaks. What are y'all, Teriyen, you first, what has been 2 of your top challenges since you've started entrepreneurship?
Honestly, marketing for me, because I've just gotten better since I've rebranded myself, but before I was terrible at posting. Like I would be terrible at taking pictures of my work to post them. So that was a challenge for me, was marketing. And one thing right now, it's not really a challenge, but it's just more so we're at a downtime right now, because there's only so many lashes people can buy right now. So, so it's like we're waiting on new inventory to come in, and it's just taking a long time. So right now we're kind of just like, come
Definitely.
on, come on. So, but other than that, it's
moving a lot better than.
Yes, two of us. I don't know why, but for me, like when I was doing it by myself, it just wasn't. I don't know.
You probably feed off each other's energy. You probably feed off each other's energy, you know?
Yes.
She may have a strength that you don't have.
Too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Because you guys ever heard of True Colors? True Colors is a personality type test, right? And so let's just say, I don't know the colors right now offhand, but let's just say you're a orange and a red, and orange may be, and y'all, everybody, if anybody listens to this after it's over, these colors are not real. I'm just giving an example. Okay, so because she didn't know her colors. So let's just say orange is the outgoing person, and the red is the person that's an introvert, but she knows about the computer. She knows about those people mesh. So when you take this test, you find out. And so when I'm thinking about you and your friend, she may be the opposite color of you, and it brings y'all together to mesh.
Yeah.
It makes it a little bit easier.
Yes.
And Miss Jasmin, what are your 2 challenges?
My 2 challenges is one similar to hers, which is social media. I suck at social media. And you would think because young, nah, I suck at social media.
Different.
I'm like, I don't put my life on the social media like that on the regular. So having to transition that in a business mindset and putting my business, I'm like, you need to do it. But I already don't post like that. It's like, you need to do it. So that's like a challenge for me. And then my other challenge was basically getting out of my own head and stop second guessing myself. Just because I am stepping into different territories and new territories for me. Ever since I've been working since 16, I've always worked with my hands. Now I'm working with my mind. So it's like getting out of my own way, and like everything usually comes easy to me. Man, this mind work, this brain work, it ain't as easy as it looks. Like working from home, just sitting in the computer working, it's not as easy as it looks, baby. I could go flip a burger quick, okay? I could pop some lashes on quick. This mind work, headaches. And I'm like, Jasmin, calm down. It's okay. It's not that big of a deal. I'm like, oh, that's the biggest thing. That's just like, oh.
Definitely. So I could see both of that. Now my daughter, my oldest, well, I guess the little one doesn't say me, but so she probably make fun of me in her head. But my oldest one is always talking to me about Facebook. Y'all just stay on Facebook. So I said, can y'all just go on Facebook and say happy birthday to me? Well, Mama, no, I'm not doing that for you. I'm gonna call you. But everybody else's, it's almost like everybody else's mama, everybody else's kids put them on Facebook and say happy birthday. Well, we're not doing that.
Look, I be feeling like that when you be like National Daughter Day and stuff, and I see everybody else showing their daughter. I'm like, Mama, post me for National Daughter Day. Be like, I tell you I love you every day. I tell you you so great every day. I'm like, but I want Facebook to see it.
I want them to see it. Well, look, Teriyen, your mama, she a junkie like me. She a junkie like me. And what's funny about Kim is she try to pretend like she not, but she is. She is definitely like me. And I look at her stuff sometimes and I be like, there she is on Facebook. She knows she like Facebook. The thing is, you guys haven't come, and both of your mothers like to dance. Now, Teriyen, you didn't get into the dance. Did your mom ever try to ask you? Did she ever ask and you just said no, or?
I have 2 left feet.
Really? I bet you don't. If you can count, you can dance, girl.
I have 2. I don't have. Well, I feel like I don't have good rhythm. Like I don't know. I'm always off beat, but I'm not. My mama's better at that
than you. Yeah. My kids wasn't having no parts of it, and my youngest one was an actual dancer. She's done ballet, tap, all that, but she was not trying to do part. They would used to, when I used to do a lot of things, they used to be my people that work at the door and that kind of stuff, but they ain't want to dance. So what are the 2 positive things about entrepreneurship? Jasmin, you go first this time.
Definitely working for myself. Working hard for myself and seeing the reward. I'm always a hard worker, regardless of what I did, whether it was my first job or the job I went to before this one. And I love to be able to work the same type of work ethic, but for me. I'm not really good at listening to people, especially because I have a boss mindset. Like, if you're doing something dumb, I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna kind of challenge the system. I'm like, well, we can do this. We know we can do that. And they like, that's not your place. Well, you really just
You
work
want me to be a robot? You want to be a robot?
exactly. So not having to deal with that is
Mhm.
like amazing. And plus, like with my last job, I used to work for a big eyelash company, and I was working like 50, 60 hours a week at a time. My body was working like I would work that much on a weekly basis. That was my schedule. But
Wow.
I'm just a worker. Like I love to work. And I'm grateful that I can put those same 50, 60 hours to myself and
Mhm.
actually build a legacy for me and my family than to just get a paycheck for 50, 60 hours.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then
I,
the
I'll
other part,
mention on that note what you're saying that, and this goes to both of y'all. So my daughter will say, she doesn't like people to say millennial, not because that's not your generation, but it's because she says they label us. They label millennials in a negative way. We're lazy, we're bossy, we don't want to follow the rules, we want to do it our own way. But do y'all feel the same way? Like, do you feel being a millennial, you understand it, but older people?
I think it's more of, everyone's kind of set in their own ways. And with millennials, we have old school and new school. We're like the mixture. It's not like this Gen Z, they know only what they know of today. It's not like people older than millennials, they know of the older world. We
Right.
know what it's like to not have a cell phone, but we
That's
also know
true.
what it's like to grow up with a computer too.
Yeah.
So it's like we're in the middle, and it's like whenever the two clashes, that's why they say we're so this. I just think millennials are very headstrong because we have a bigger view on things because we kind of have experienced a little bit of both. So it's like, yeah, the old way works too, but this way could work even better. So
We can make this better.
exactly, we get this stubborn tag, and then if we don't feel like it's worth doing it, we don't want to do it because we know there's a better way and we don't want to waste our time doing it. So that's why I think we get the title as lazy a lot of times. It's like we're not lazy, it's just I'm not about to waste my time, my effort, and my energy doing something that's not going to work.
That you want me to go run all the way around the building just to get right here.
Exactly, when I literally could just step right here. So, we get a lot of these negative tags, but it's really not that. It's just because we have a broader view of things. And it's like, we kind of, not say we know better, but we're more open to experiencing other things versus, the older people who call us those names. Y'all just, not say y'all like you.
You mean y'all. You mean
no,
y'all.
not necessarily. Okay,
I'm
y'all
teasing.
in your age range, but not y'all as in you. They only experience one thing, and it's like, when, especially with children supposed to be seen, not heard, that's the
Me
mentality.
and your mama don't believe in that.
Exactly, that's the mentality that they grew up in. So when you have a millennial with this, no, I'm gonna speak my mind, I'm gonna say my truth. It's like, well, I don't like the way you act. I don't like the way you act. And I'm like,
Teriyen, what do you think about that label?
I agree with everything Jasmine is saying. Honestly, it's very true. I feel like we are very headstrong. We know what we want to do, and we're gonna be heard. And that's just, and I just feel like the older crowd sometimes don't understand that just because maybe because that's how they weren't brought up.
Right.
In their generation. So I completely agree with Jasmine. She took the words out of my mouth.
My daughter says, my oldest daughter told me the other day, said, because y'all the same ones that told us we get a ticket if we leave the light on in the car.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm thinking. I'm about to get pulled over.
That's what they told me.
Yeah.
Just went with that. What about, I have to ask this. This is nowhere in the questions, but so when we talk about the music of the day, I'm like, y'all, I don't know what they saying. I don't know what y'all talking about. So they'll tell me, well, mama, what was hip hop to the hippie to the hippie to hip hop? What was that? What did that mean? I said, well, that meant a lot. No. Employment man.
You know, I was meaning
It's so
whoa.
funny to have those conversations though when we say things about you guys and be like, that don't make sense. That don't make, then they'll flip it back and it's like, they are so right. So right. How would you deal with millennials? And I was offended. I said, well, actually, I live with two of them. And that was my answer. I didn't get the job, but I'm just saying.
You stayed true to who you was.
The time that you guys did go to college, and I know Teriyen, you're going back to school now, but before that, did y'all take any little things that you learned, even from high school and to college, that you use in your business?
Yes.
Okay.
I can say I use actually a lot from college, but not necessarily in what most people think I use. Like, now, granted, I don't use my PE skills. I don't use my history
You don't use
skills.
algebra, do you?
Huh?
Algebra?
You know, I got people for that. I don't use that either. I use the basic skills I need to live this world. But what I took away from college was, you know, time management, not knowing how to just do things, knowing, okay, you got to get up. Nobody gonna make you get up. Nobody about to knock on your door. It's time to do this. No, if you don't do it, it's not gonna happen. I learned just how to, I call it be fake. I used to always get on my mom about, oh, you're so fake, and she's like, it's not fake. It's actually just how we live this world. And I said, okay. So as I got older and, you know, going through college and being in a place, because no one from my high school went to my college, being in a place is like, I had to not necessarily be fake in like a negative way, but I had to play the game. And the way, what I mean by play the game is like, I'm friendly, but I don't necessarily care to talk to people I don't know. But when you in school and you need help on a test, you have hello.
Yeah.
You know, you learn how to put a temporary mask on. And so I used to call being fake. It's just now just learning how to navigate through the world. And I use that till today. Like, I don't always know people who come up to me, but I don't want to break no barriers because you never know what connections you can make out of life. And it's just like, you say hello. How you doing?
Then you be like, wonder who that was.
Right? You know, information. I don't think, sure you can. You know? That's what some things I took away from that school and everything.
Teriyen, what about you? Do you take anything away? That was a good one, Jasmin. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, that was really good. They had me thinking. Yeah, that's real good. But no, I would say time management also, because before that in high school, I did not want to go to school. I was late to school. If I was late, I would still stop and go get me some breakfast and all that. In college, you can't. I mean, you can do that, but you can't really do that because at the same time, you paying for school. Like, this is your degree that you're getting. Like, you can stay in your dorm all you want. Nobody's gonna tell you to get up and go. And so that kind of helped me with in life, like just going to work in general. Like, I don't like waking. I want to be like Jasmin. I don't want to be full-time business owner, okay? Because I'm tired of waking up at 7:00 in the morning going to work.
Oh, but you still wake up that early. I still wake up at
but she don't have to go see. She don't have to go clock into somebody else though.
But I still wake up every day.
You don't got to worry about all the bosses and stuff. You ain't got to worry about all that. See, so it's a little bit better for you. But no, like if I'm late to work now, I got a mouthful to hear, and it's just so time management really helped a lot with
and that. Use that. I will say too, Teriyen, use that as motivation too. When you have to hear that,
it's a lot of motivation.
I gotta be done with this. I tell a lot of students, people that I've mentored in the past that, you know, and I wasn't bragging. It was someone, I don't remember what one of my students was telling me one time, and I told them that. I said, look, I want a job where wasn't nobody telling me I couldn't pick up my phone when I want to. I want a job where on Saturday and Sunday, if I didn't want to go to work, I didn't have to go to work. That, you know, now I'm not saying that's good for everybody, but that was for Trina. Trina wanted to be off on Fridays and Saturdays and Sundays, and Trina wants to use the phone. I want to be able to pick up my phone when I want to, you know. So those were things. So I want to just, and I know that sounds minimal, but it's a lot to me.
It's a lot. That's a lot.
So being able to do certain things that you want to do. So there was motivation to me to, and even going to get little part-time jobs. I've always been a hustler. When I had my kids were younger, if I needed, to get extra money to buy school clothes, never had a problem going to give me a part-time job. Y'all remember the uniform store in Greenspoint Mall?
Yep. I
Yes.
think it's still up.
I worked there. And then when I left, I passed it on to both of my kids. They worked there. Like, I worked at, it used to be a store called the Naturalizer. Miss Trina was working there. Like, when they needed something, I don't have a problem hustling to get it. But it motivated me to where one day it was that I'm gonna have one job and I'm gonna get my hair and my nails done. Remember that. So yeah, and that's the thing that inspires me about you guys, because Miss Trina finna be 51. But I like y'all because you do have your head on strong. You are strong, and you okay with saying what you think. And I admire that about my kids as well. But the millennials, we'll just go ahead and say that. That's what I like about you. What people tag you as negative, that's the thing that I love about you. That's what I aspire to be able to say what I don't want to do and what I'm not going to take. So I see it totally different than some other people. Support system. Now, I know both of your mothers, so I know your support system, but other people don't. How important do you think a support system is?
Major.
Very big, very.
Major.
And who's your support system? I know your mom for sure, Teriyen, but
It would be, honestly, my whole family is very, very supportive. My grandparents, my auntie, everybody is very supportive in everything that I do. So as soon as I was like, I'm selling lashes, Mama came and bought some. Mama came and bought some lip gloss.
When you had the wigs, she was showing them wigs.
Yes, the wigs. When I wanted to learn how to do braids, she was like, "I'll be your head." Like, Mom, I would say my mom's the biggest supporter. But my whole family is really the biggest supporter too. But if that makes sense, you know what I'm trying to say. But yeah, everybody's really supportive.
You don't want somebody to see this and say, "You didn't say my name." I support you too. Jasmine, what about you?
Well, my mom, of course, too. I can write on this wall, but if it's a masterpiece, even if it ain't a masterpiece, she said, "Oh my gosh, look at my baby Judith on this wall." I'm a grown woman; she's still gonna hype this little wall crayon thing up. So my mom definitely my huge supporter. But like she said, my family, family that I'm not even close with, that just know me from hey cousin, supporting me, that I haven't even talked to in years, supporting me, which is amazing. And then my friends, I have a really good group of friends. They have supported me through my struggles, and now they're supporting me through my greatness right now. Like, a lot of my friends, they all have their own roles, but it's like they all always point me up. They never bring me down, nowhere.
And that's really important.
Mm-hmm.
Teriyen, your partner and best friend, is also a support as well, of course.
Yes,
What's her name?
Her family is a big support too. Like,
what's her name?
Family, Chantel,
okay.
Yes, her family, even her coworkers, honestly. Her coworkers, they buy lashes every single day. I don't know why. I don't know what they doing with them. I'm not complaining. But her
keep on buying them. You can just put them in your drawer as long as you buy them.
Yes. But no, her side of the family, everybody is really supportive.
Awesome. I'm gonna try me some lashes. I have natural long lashes, but I can't wear mascara because it messes with my contacts. But so I said one day I'll try me some little, I want them natural. I don't want them. I always get scared because you see some people that they don't look natural, and I try to pretend like I'm not conservative, but I really am. I rebelled because my mama always said, "This is my conservative one." So I have rebelled against that all my life. So she still says I'm the conservative one. And when you said even though your masterpiece that's on your wall, even though you're grown, girl, I'm 50. My mama, first of all, my mama. I cannot put something on Facebook and say somebody that even sounds like someone did something to bother me, because she coming for them on Facebook. I'm like, Mama, I'm 50. You can't be coming for people. You can't. And my sister, oh gosh, yeah, they'll come from straight. Can y'all go take that down, please? So do you feel that your age plays a part in any of the challenges that you have?
somewhat with me. At first, it did. My mindset was still young. It was still young-minded, you know. And I've always been very, very mature for my age. I've always liked it. Well, not like it. I always liked older things than the average person my age would like.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, I've always kind of been put in the baby girl role. Like I'm always everyone's baby. And it's
Yeah.
like, you know, with that role being all your life because you love things that are over your age, it's like, you know, that's just who you become to be. I got into my businesses and I was just like, you know, I still felt like a child. I still felt like people was treating me like a child because, but that was what my internal self was, you know, saying
Yeah.
I was everyone's baby. Well, it wasn't until like I got mentored by some coaches that I have, and they was like, you know, you're not a baby anymore. You are, you know, a grown woman. Don't let nobody treat you like, because that's always been a problem for me as well. I've always felt like people kind of belittle the things that I do or that I like because of my age. Like, what you know about that? Or, you know, you too young to do that. You too young for this. You too. So I'm like,
Especially with the health stuff, I bet.
exactly. Yes, especially with my knees and because I have rheumatoid arthritis and you know that's something a 60-year-old have. Oh, you too young for your back to be hurt. You too young for your knees to be popping
Yeah.
like that. Well, it does.
Yeah.
And it wasn't until I had those talks with my coaches and it was like, you know, you have to, you know, portray what you want. You have to put out what you want. And so once I had that talk, I had to do some like, you know, self-talk and then, you know, reverse some things and like, okay, you're a grown woman. All these challenges you putting on yourself. These challenges is not, you know, just because you are young. You know what you know. You have a skill that people want. You have knowledge that people want, that people need. So, you know, your age don't play a part in that because you have what they need. So
Right.
once I realized that, it became a whole different situation. I didn't have the age gap, not the age gap, but the age thing, the confidence thing
Yeah.
issue anymore. And so it's like a yay and nay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm.
I was seeing Teriyen's must be something. Her phone's good. She must got to plug up her phone. You said something that made me think about. Oh, my daughter. When we talk about illnesses that you're not supposed to have till you're older. My daughter Jasmine just recently had shingles,
I had
and
shingles as well.
they told her you're too
She don't
young. You
get
should.
shingles.
Yeah,
They
and the
tried to
doctor
say
even
mine
said,
was they tried to
huh?
say it was a cold sore, herpes simplex 1, whatever. And I'm like, baby, this ain't a cold sore if it's on my eyebrow. Hot a cold sore on your lip.
Yes. Well, she had it for a while, and of course it's painful. But anyway, they had told her that shouldn't have she shouldn't have had. It was an older person's disease. So of course, um, people thought she was crazy too, but that's exactly what she had. Just had it younger. Teriyen,
Yes.
tell me. I forgot what we were asking. Oh, your age. See, I'm showing my age. And has your age ever hindered anything with your business? Do you think it brought on challenges?
Kind of, sort of.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I would say more so because I second guess myself a lot. So that kind of, when I first started, that kind of made me be like, oh, I'm not going to post this sewing today because it's not as good as this person's sewing. Or why should I post my lashes when she's selling the same lashes? You know, just things
That's
like
a big
that.
one. That's a big one.
And still to this day, I kind of do it, but just not as much.
Mm-hmm.
Like now, I just kind of like, okay, whatever. Like
Mm-hmm.
either somebody gonna buy it or somebody not gonna buy it. Let's just do it. What's the worst that could happen? So that's why I try to kind of tell myself now. But yeah, that was really bad in the beginning. So I don't really know if that was because of my age or
You think it was probably just your mind, just kind of what Jasmine said. You were blocking your own.
Yeah,
and I still,
myself,
I still do that every so often myself. That like maybe I shouldn't do this because everybody else is doing it now. But then you have to remember, I have to self-talk myself, or I talk to different people, and you have to think, okay, it's okay. There's a McDonald's on every corner.
Yes.
And so McDonald's is selling but what can you do to make yours different? Not better, but different, because we all want to embrace each other. One thing I do believe in, and you can see from my chat show, I like to support everybody. I really do. I think we could all do something. Are you frozen, Jasmine? Oh, no, you're not. we can all do something and just support each other. Do you know how much support and how successful we'd be if all of us supported? Kind of what how Instagram has that monetizing thing. It would be so awesome if we just did that. And and again, I'm not ashamed. I'm never ashamed to say most things, but things I shouldn't say sometimes. But yeah. But as far as being real, sometimes I get a little upset and think, okay, how am I going to keep my viewers, or how am I going to, I don't know, how am I going to have this event and somebody else is having the same event? You know, those kind of things happen, and I've learned to deal with it and not fake it and just say, okay, you know, this is how you feel, so it's okay for you to feel that way. But you can only feel like that for today, because tomorrow you're going to figure out what you can do to make this work, you know?
Yeah.
And that's how I do. Because I don't think that it's real when people say, I was just talking to my girl, the young lady I used to mentor, and we were talking, and I used to tell her that it's fake to me when people say, girl, just wipe it off your shoulder. Just go on. It is okay sometimes to feel it. It's okay to take it in. You just can't stay there. It's getting up and getting out. People tell me probably my biggest strength is my tenacity. Is that, okay, I'm gonna fall today. So I'm saying that to say to y'all, you guys, which I don't have to tell y'all that, but with Teriyen and you saying that, it makes me think about me saying that I do get in my own way sometimes. But I take it all in, think about it, and then the next day I come up with a different plan. I just go a different direction. So if y'all had a successful investor come to you and say, I have a certain amount of money, I don't know what the net amount of money is, but he wants to invest it in your business. What are the two things that you would say that you needed to take your business to the next level?
So me, one thing I would want or ask for would be scholarships for my clients, a scholarship reserve for my clients, because with the work that I do, helping people overcome their chronic pain naturally, it's not cheap, because we are using nothing but food, vitamins, and water to heal yourself. And when you have someone with chronic pain, so I would say it's not cheap because it's not that expensive either. I don't want to give the wrong impression. But when you have someone dealing with chronic pain and it takes their life away to where they say, okay, now I want to reach out to a different avenue of help besides the hospitals, they don't work. They don't, have the money to actually get the help. For the help. So I would want a scholarship reserve for those clients that I feel really deserve it, or really just want it that bad to where they need it. Well, they all need it, but to where they want to improve, they prove to me. I would be able to, okay, here, I'm granting you a scholarship. I would like
scholarship. Make me understand. So the scholarship would pay for, because
it would pay for their program.
Okay.
It would pay for their program. Another thing I would ask for is basically opportunity to share my platform, opportunity to speak, to get the message out there that, there is help, that you don't have, if you don't want to take the medical route, you can get help the other way. So just being able to, be put out there for others to see it.
So maybe if they had money to put you on a commercial or I don't know, billboards.
Gotcha. Something like that, to where others can see the message to get more help.
Teriyen, what would you do with your money? Two things.
First, marketing.
I knew you were going to say that.
Lots of marketing. Lots of marketing, like commercials, like billboards, like she said, social media, things like that. And then also I would like to do like a warehouse for all my products and stuff. And then also in the warehouse, I would want to learn how to make my own lashes. So I won't have to sit here and wait for people for it to come in, things like that. So it'd be more like production and marketing.
Okay. Like, what's the lady that, I know y'all should know her name,
Adam CJ.
Oh, yeah.
Forgive me. Yeah, that's what that made me think about.
Yeah, it would be just like that.
That's what I had picturing in my mind.
Madam CJ Walker.
Yeah, when she was saying that, I pictured the show.
Yeah, that's what it is. Yeah. with so many stressful and traumatic things going on in the country right now. Now, I know both of you have had some traumatic experiences with loved ones, people very close to you. Um, Teriyen, how are you dealing with that right now? Because I know, without going too deep into that, wait a minute, it's actually both of y'all. With George Floyd, I'm sure you both saw the video. Did that bring back any hurtful memories? You didn't watch it?
No, I
I
couldn't.
didn't watch it.
Okay.
I
Okay.
I don't like watching those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say I kind of watched it by accident because there was no way in the world that I would have thought that that's what really was going to happen. Because I'm scary, so I wouldn't watch it. But I never thought that would happen. But did this bring, just knowing what was going on, did it bring any memories to you? And if so, how did you handle it? Or how are you handling the Jasmin, how are you handling this?
So it didn't bring any memories because my brother died on a different account than the way George Floyd did, but it did bring up a lot of anxiety. And that's because I do have brothers, a lot of brothers, and I do have a lot of young males that are in my life that I'm close with. And it's just like, just a scary thought, for that possibly could happen to them. So it just brought up a lot of anxiety. And then I remember one time I accidentally went off on my brother because, he's just telling me his dumb teenage stuff. And I'm just like, you got to be more careful. And he was too young to experience my older brother's death to where it just impacted him like that. But I was 14. So I know what it felt like. I know how life changing that is. And, I just kind of went off on him accidentally. So
Yeah.
it definitely stirred up anxiety with the whole thing going on. But the way I handle things now with all this stuff, if I'm seeing that on social media, I actually skip it. I try not to just read every single article, look at every single video because it's going to do too much damage to me. And when I am stressed and when I'm anxious, I have physical pain because of my autoimmune. So I have to make sure I stay calm, and I do a lot of meditation. I put myself closer to the creator, to God, all that stuff. I put myself closer to him by going inside me. So I put myself into my own head to kind of erase the physical world for a point of time, to kind of get back and to make sure I'm just focused on what we need to do, how we can change, all the good things and not dwell on the bad things.
Right. And Teriyen, did it do anything to you?
It not really, not memory wise. Because like she said, it did kind of happen differently. But it's more so like like she said, I don't read every little thing about deaths and stuff. It just causes too much anxiety. It just causes too much stress, and you just worry for everybody, for yourself, because that can happen to anybody. So it just causes. I just try to pass. I know it's not good, but I know it's not bad. But I try to
You just have to limit, because you want to know what's going on in the world. But you have to limit to what you can accept.
Yeah. And then the way I just like go through it, I just try to shift that energy to something else. So like I put that energy like into my business, or before I started working again, I was exercising. So like if I was having a bad day, I'm like, okay, let me go running right quick, or things like that. So I would just try to shift it into something more positive, something that would be more useful than just having all that anxiety and stress.
Exactly.
And stuff. So yeah.
So with those tragedies, so you guys have let me just say this. When you have the thoughts of your loved one, because you never forget those loved ones, do you it is healthy. You think it's healthy for you to still, think about them and pay homage to them and that kind of thing? Do you still have your thoughts, your healthy thoughts?
It's gonna happen. I feel like it's natural. Like you can't just be like, oh no, let me forget this. Like you just can't do that.
Yeah.
So
it's definitely natural. Like she said, the way that I deal with mine, I've actually seen, like, I go to counseling, and before COVID and stuff like that, I used to go to counseling every single week just to talk about issues that was brought on because of my brother, but not necessarily from my brother. And then I also, when I started my holistic journey, like I did a mind, body, and soul transformation. So not just with trying to heal my body, I wanted to heal my mind too. And that was being able to, you know, see my brother, because I wasn't able to see my brother in action, like on a video. I could not see him at the age that he died. I realized I forgot how he sounded. I forgot his voice, and I was having dreams about him, but he never talked in my dreams. Come to realize, I forgot what he sounded like.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yeah. So whenever I would do things like that, whenever, you know, that would happen, I just basically realized, like, I had to come to, I use my crystals to help me kind of do some self-revelation and stuff like that, on top of the help of my professionals, that I was able to realize and put myself in a headspace to know he's always with me. He's in my heart. He's not gone. Maybe his physical body is gone, but his body, like his spirit, is inside of me. It just transferred from him into me. So I just keep him with me now. And that's how I basically just cope with being, having him not here. And then I also have a lot of different, everything I do is literally wrapped around my brother.
And I was just about to say the name of your
the name of my beauty brand is actually my brother's name spelled backwards. To where, like, his legacy still lives on. He's still gonna be able to see his name in lights. He's still gonna be able to go up in the world, you know, because he died at 19. So, you know, he never had a chance to make a statement of his own. He never had a chance to, you know, do his own thing. Well, the way I honor him, I just make sure that he's in everything that I do.
Gotcha.
Everything that I do.
Right. I like that. Teriyen, do you pay? I can't remember his name. I'm sorry. Your friend that passed. What was his name?
Chima, my boyfriend. Yeah.
Chima, yes. Do you think? I know you think of it. That was a dumb question. I'm sorry. Forgive me. But what do you pay homage or something, or do you? Okay.
So yeah, I still go to the grave. I still talk to him. Like sometimes it just happens. Like I could be doing something and I'll be like, I wonder what Chima would say, or I'll just be like, I don't know, it just comes.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just
I get
comes.
that. I just had a friend of mine that my grandmother passed, but my grandmother was older. She had what did my grandmother have? She had dementia. So, you know, I would visit her and make sure I did my part with her. So I was really kind of at peace with that. But my friend Tito, I used to work for him. He used to run the Red Rooster. He gave me so many opportunities. And I talked to Tito. You know, a lot of people didn't realize what I was going through for about I'm actually just now kind of coming back off of that. It's like I talked to him every day for 10 years, 2 to 3 times, sometimes more a day, you know. And so it's like I just now took his picture down off of my So You Want to Dance page today. But I'm going to pay homage to him because he believed in education. He believed in education and he believed in live music. So my plan is to do a scholarship, kind of what Jasmin mentioned earlier. I'm going to have a gala when the world opens back up, and I'm going to give scholarships to people who plan to major in music. And he used to give a lot of money to TSU, and that's going to be my way of showing my love and keeping his legacy alive. Because I'm not really sure if anybody else is, you know, sometimes people pass on. Someone told me that one time, because I work real hard at work. I would go to work on weekends, I didn't have to. And this lady said, you know what's going to happen to you? And I had little kids then. And this lady said to me, Trina, when you pass on and die, someone's going to say, oh, she was such a nice little girl. And then fill your seat with someone else. And I don't like how that sounds, even though it's kind of true. So with Tito doing so much for the world, I don't want him, and did so much for so many people. When I graduated with my master's degree, he paid for my daughter's round trip ticket to Massachusetts so she could see me graduate. Like, he did those things. We didn't always see eye to eye, trust me. We really weren't even speaking when he passed, which is hard. But anyway, my way of doing that is keeping his legacy alive. And I'm saying that to y'all to say that's it's a hard thing when it's someone that's that close to you. So yeah. And I think that's the way we have to deal with it, is try to keep their legacy alive and keep them. And I think it touched me when you said, Teriyen, that you hear him talk. What would he say? I was doing something the other day, and I said, you know what?
Yeah.
Tito will be fussing about this right now. He'll be fussing about nothing.
Yeah.
Because I would tell him, like, why are you fussing? Or I would just laugh at him because he'd be fussing about, he had a really heavy accent. So I would just start laughing. And he'd be like, why are you laughing? Because I don't know what you're saying. So what are your thoughts about us having our first African-American VP nominee, if you have an opinion, if you have a thought? What do y'all think about that?
I think it's an amazing step for women altogether, not even just African American women, but just for women altogether, because we done been through a lot. But even more so for African American women, it's like, whoa, we made it. We almost made it because we got to get president to make it. I think it's very, very cool just to be able to be nominated to be a VP, especially in the way the climate is today. It's like, wow, you're African American and you really doing this thing. That's so cool.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Terrell, what did you think when you heard? I'm still calling you Terrell and Teriyen. What did you think?
I completely agree with her. I think it's really awesome. I think it's cool, not only because she's Black, but because she is a woman also. So I think there's a lot of woman empowerment. Like, it's really cool. Yeah.
Makes you want to go climb a mountain to go do something, right?
I can do anything right now.
Did either of you participate in the march?
No.
Okay. How does it make you feel to see the millennials, or not even the millennials, so many young people stepping up to this? Kind of what we talked about earlier, though, right?
Yeah, I think it's very, very, very cool to see people stepping up into what they can do. Just because some people, they do on the forefront, and some people are like me who do in the back end. Mm-hmm. So I think it's very cool, the people who did go out there and participate in the march and did fight for everything that's going wrong in the country right now. It's very, very cool.
Teriyen, did you have anything?
I would say it is. I like to see it. I like to see that everybody's participating, but I just didn't like how some of them went about it, like with the rioting and the things like that. Now, the peaceful protest, okay, that's cool, but the rioting and stuff, that's when they kind of lost me. I'm like, okay, are you fighting
now
for
y'all going to
what are you, what are y'all doing now? Yeah. But other than that, it was good.
I also saw some people that I felt, and it's probably none of my business. My daughter always said, Mama, that's none of your business. But I felt like some of the people that weren't there for the spirit of what they were there for. It was more of a highlight on other stuff. And I was like, girl, boy, get off them horses. You supposed to be down there marching. So that kind of got me, because we were there for a certain, we were there for something, and some people took the shine off of what we were actually there for. And then yes, the rioting definitely took the good out of that.
5 years, let's see, hopefully working for myself full time. I would love to have a storefront, and just honestly, my business being as successful as it could be. I would like to see.
Have you ever wanted to stop, Teriyen? I don't mean to cut you off. Have you ever wanted to stop? Have you ever thought about stopping?
Yeah.
Yeah.
When I first started, I wanted to stop after a couple weeks. I was like, this is a lot.
Yes, right. And what kept you saying, okay, I can't just stop?
Because I want something for my kids to have. So I always think about that. I just think, okay, I need something for my kids to have so that they can have, like, if they want to work, that's cool, but they can also have something of their own also. So that's what I think about.
Okay. Do you plan to get married? So you plan to get married one day, apparently.
Yes. In like 30 years.
Oh, gosh. Girl. Well, I'm not gonna be able to be there to dance and stuff at the wedding. What, I'm gonna be 80?
No,
we gotta
but
do something about that one.
On getting married.
Yeah, that'll be awesome. But I like that your thought. Do you have your goals, your 5 and 10-year goals, written down somewhere?
Not written down.
That's what we gonna do.
They change though. They change,
and it's okay.
Like they stay the same, but I just add more and more.
Your mama said she'll be dead by then, Teriyen. But what was I gonna say? What were we saying? Make sure you write them down. It's okay for goals to change. It's totally okay. I change things all the time, but write them down. You need to write them down,
Okay.
and just go back and review them and see if you're still in that space. And if you have to make a change. But you gotta write them down. Okay. My daughter did her vision board in a day planner. So when she opens her day planner, her vision board is right there.
That's cool.
I'm gonna take if she let me put, I might sneak and take a picture and post it on Facebook. If y'all ever see any of it, you're not my Facebook friend yet, but if you ever see me take a picture and my kids are in the background with their back turned, that means I snuck the picture. Jasmin, so tell me, do you have a 5-year plan?
Not necessarily mapped out 5 years, but I do know where I will be in 5 years.
Okay.
Well, I'm already a CEO of my own company, but I will be working from whichever continent, whichever country I want to work in 5 years.
Do y'all want to make your businesses here in Houston though? Like, is it?
Yes, my business is actually national now. We have clients that's all the way in California, and
see
so
that.
we are national.
I can see California with the healthy thing.
Yes,
Definitely
that's one of the states that we are in. So I went to Houston at the beginning, then we expanded. Now we national, and now like I already wake up and start working. Now I want to wake up and work and looking at the beach, but I will be.
There you go.
Years. I'm speaking it into existence because it will happen.
And that's what we have to do. I am reading, I had read it already. I don't know where it's at.
Especially
I read this before. I'm reading the four agreements. And I had read this book before and it didn't mean anything to me. And so a friend of mine, well, actually the director at my job, she has a book club. And so they read this and it has done just in the little 3 agreements. I think I've read 3 agreements, maybe 4, and has done so much for my thought process. So, so that's I don't know if you've read that, Teriyen, but it's a good one. And it's
what's the name of it?
It's called the four agreements. It's very easy reading.
Okay.
And it didn't mean anything to me, but I'm one of those people that, just like I say, school is not for everybody at that time or whatever. When you read certain things, it doesn't hit you. They don't always hit you. You're not reading at the right time. Let me just say that. Teriyen, get this book. This might be something good for you to. It has some good stuff in on a way to get your mind on. It's helping me a lot. Think last question. Oh, I like this one because I always want to know this from my kids. What is the one thing that you keep in your mind that your mom says? Anything you do. I'm gonna tell you what my youngest daughter said, wash the dishes. I was like, that's all I taught you? My youngest daughter, and it was a long time ago. She probably would say something else now, but she said, I said, well, what have y'all, I think I was looking at Tyra Banks' show, and they were saying, she always saying, well, my mama taught me this. Oh, mama. I said, well, what did I teach y'all? And she said, you told me I have to wash the dishes. Okay, so Jasmin, you go first this time.
Was 2 things.
Okay.
One thing, the first thing that she taught me was that, treat others how you want to be treated, which is literally how I live my life. Anybody who knows me on a personal level, I would not do nothing to you that I wouldn't want done to me. So that one. And then the other one is that if people are not paying your bills, if they're not contributing to your success, if they are not adding any value in your life, then why should you care about what they have to say?
I need to put that inside.
I kept that, and that's literally what I do. If you not give me money to help me be a better me, if you're not doing anything to contribute to my growth, I don't care what you got to say about what I do, how I do it, and when I do it.
I love that. Love that, as a matter of fact. Teriyen.
So mine would be more so just staying connected with God, praying all the time, just keep being prayerful, being faithful to the Lord, just things like that. So I'm always doing that, always praying. And before we did the interview, she called me and prayed for me. So
Aw.
things like that. She's always praying for me. So I'm always praying for myself also.
You're gonna do an elevator speech. You're gonna give me I think it's like 3 minutes of just tell me about your business. I'm not gonna give you a time limit. Tell me about your business.
Okay. I can do that. I can do that. So
Okay.
the first business, the major one is JW Holistic Healing, and that's basically where we help women overcome their chronic pain associated with autoimmune diseases. We do it in a natural way, just to make sure, because some people who don't like medication, they don't like pills, but they're just at their wits' end with going to the doctor's offices. They're tired of getting the runaround. We help that. We get you on the path that you need to be pain-free, to get you, your life back. And that's basically what we do, mind, body, and soul healing at JW. And then my other business is my it's under the Lori J brand, but this is my Earthy Joe collection, which is my healing stones. And I do healing stones just because when it comes to healing, well, I'm all about healing if you can't tell already. When it comes to healing, sometimes we need a little bit extra help. And what else better extra help than the actual earth that we walk on, that we live from, that we come from, besides God. And I put that into a jewelry to where you can wear however you want to wear it. Like, this is actually a rose quartz necklace with a couple of stones throughout it, to where you can be fashionable but still actually heal yourself in the process.
Okay, wonderful.
Those are my two.
Do we have a website?
I have Instagram page for my Eartha Joe collection and a Facebook page for that, which is the Eartha Joe collection. And you spell Eartha just like Eartha Kit, and then Joe with J-O. That's it. Okay. And then for my JW Holistic Healing, it's www.eliminateyourchronicpain.com.
Oh, it is the full Y-O-U-R?
Yes, let me double check that. Yes, because we actually have two websites. So it's eliminatemychronicpain.com. Sorry. And then the other one is www.juicewithus.com. So we have two websites for that business.
Okay. Okay. All right, Miss Teriyen, talk to us about those beautiful lashes.
Alrighty, so my company is called Luxury Minks. We have mink lashes from 15 mm to 25 mm. So we're more on the longer side, but we're looking into bringing in short lashes for the conservative ladies. And we're also bringing on a cosmetic line right now. That's what we're looking into. We're trying to bring on nude lip glosses, highlighter, lips, anything you can think of, really. We're also looking into lash growth serum. And then we want to bring on next year in 2021, which is my other business, which is Luxury Crowns. So that's more so the hair.
Okay.
So
I knew I knew that name.
Huh?
I knew I heard that name before. Isn't that what it was always called? Okay.
Yeah, Luxury Crowns.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's the more side, the hair side. So we want to bring in bundles. We're going to bring back the wigs. Yeah. And I also want to get into doing micro links for us. And
what is that?
Micro links. So it's like, it's better than, it's not, okay, I don't want to say it's better than a sewing, but you don't have to braid the hair. So you just clip, it's like links you clip onto your strand of hair with pliers. And it sits in the hair, and it looks more natural, and you can pull it up and everything like that. So you don't have the braid tension.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. And so we do have a website for Luxury Mink. So it's going to be www.luxury-crowns.com. And then our Instagram is luxury.crowns with a Z. And then Facebook, Luxury Crowns with a Z.
Well, girls, thank you. Ladies, thank you so much. I hope you've had fun, but I hope you've also had the opportunity to talk and promote your businesses. Let me know if you hear anything. I do thank you, and I wish y'all all the best. You guys are awesome. Teriyen, this is the first time we've ever had a conversation, but I hear a lot about you, and I did, you were on your things on Facebook. I saw them, but y'all keep striving, do good. And if you ever need anything from me as far as marketing or anything like that, y'all know, I know Jasmin knows that I'm down for supporting y'all and anything I do. Just always feel free to email me, call me, whatever you need. I'm here. All righty?
All right.
Okay, thank you so much for y'all being on. Oh, no.
Thank
We got to
you.
toast. We got to toast. I have to drink soda today because I've had wine all week, so I had to take a break. There you go. I should have poured it in a wine glass.
Yay.
Hold on. Here we go. Yeah, I was like, I cannot let people think I'm a lush that I drink every day, which I have been drinking a little. I've been drinking a little wine every day. But anyway, happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday.
Toast it up. Yay.
All right.
Thank y'all so much for celebrating my birthday with me. Guys, remember to go to www.youtube.com/chatwithtrina. Hit that subscribe button and then hit that little bell that will let you know when I upload a new video. Thank you, ladies. Bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Wow, my birthday celebration is getting better and better. It's a lot of work, but guys, I've had so much fun talking to these two. It was business, but it was also fun, and they joined me on my drink with my orange sun kiss. Guys, ladies, thank you so much. I'm so proud of you, and if there's anything that I could ever do for you, let me know. I am here for you. Guys, remember, go to www.youtube.com/chatwithtrina, hit subscribe, and then click that little bell so you can be notified when I upload a new video.